We're about to show about an hour of some really great student-created films from about 7 different organizations, and I hope you all enjoy them a lot. There's, documentary, narrative, art film, there's some great stuff. So I hope you have a lot of fun with it. And afterwards, you're free to talk to any of the organization representatives that are left around, and we'll be ending up about 8:30 or so. So thank you all for coming, and please enjoy the films. This is the second annual Austin Student Filmmaking Expo, and what happened was last year, AFF and Art House, we've been looking for something to partner on for a while, and we decided that, a youth teen-oriented film expo where we showed some films and brought some organizations in so kids could learn more about what's going on around town for like high school filmmaking. Because it's such a great movie town, but people think, the UT Film School and, more professional stuff, but it's also a really great town for teens to make films in, and we wanted to have a place to showcase that. It's really great experience for them, instead of just showing stuff to their friends at parties, they can come up here and show it to an audience. Maybe it's the first time they've ever shown a film that they made to an audience of people that they don't know before.
Most of the short films I make are for my advanced media class, and for pleasure too, obviously. I'd hope they like what I do, but a lot of my peers are into film making too, so we sort of feed off each other and give each other ideas and stuff.
When you grow up in Austin, it's hard not to get interested in filmmaking because it's just stuff that's going on every day here. The kids, they tend to really respond to this, a place to show their work, and we always do a panel with some professional filmmakers or more mature filmmakers so that they can learn more about how do you break into the industry. But this year we've got a guy named Steve Collins who's a feature film director who's had his first feature premiere at South by. He's going to come in, he's going to speak on this panel, and it's, it gives the kids a path to go to. It's how did you start out from, maybe making films when Steve was in high school to now being a feature filmmaker.
When I was in high school, I was really struggling to try to get the tools, to get the camera and the editing machine and all that stuff. Austin Film Festival does a nice job kind of giving those resources to the kids. And yeah, now I teach at UT, and most of the kids come in with, I would say 98% of them have done some editing before they get to college. So it's totally changed, and I think that's a good thing. Practice helps. You got to get a lot of bad stuff out of your system before you can start making anything good. So,
what's it like to be, making independent films and videos that's not, beholden to the studio? And do you want to work in that system eventually, or you want to stay in what you guys are doing now? What are you thinking about in terms of those things?
It's your film. You should have final say on what happens with it and what cuts are made and everything. But it's not an obvious thing, and it is something you have to fight for. But it's also something you have to fight for on the independent level, and if you're making something for a studio. So I think I just divide it up into that. It's just an issue of, it doesn't matter where the money comes from so much. It matters what your arrangement is and who has control, basically. And I would not want to be in a situation where I wasn't in control, because it's too, making a film is just, it's too personal, and you put too much stuff in it to get it taken away from you would be very difficult.
Round of applause. Whenever I approach anybody to appear on the panel or to help out in any way, they really like it because it's every filmmaker was making films on videotape when they were in high school. So the idea that they can come back and now talk to like that next generation, or maybe even 2 generations down from where they were, and help them come up to being this next level, it's a lot of fun, and they really like giving back like that.
There's nothing like a film to get you into someone's world and see what their personality is like, what their sense of humor is like, what they don't like, what their music's like, all this. And, film's a medium where you can put all those things together and, put them out there, and you can show something like that, and I feel like I have a little better sense of who those people were. And that's a great thing. I mean, it's hard to get to know people, so it's a great thing to be able to go to this and sort of feel like you just connected with a bunch of kids,